Yo, dude.
Black hole, what about?
It's fresh, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's really fresh. Yeah.
good.
Thought we'd go for the Nikiri.
Yep, cool,
I thought that'd be
amazing.
just a really good kind of all-rounder and for smashing through the meat and everything.
Yeah, yeah.
And then for your handle, got a really nice wood called Zebrani, which is like
Yep.
an African wood. And when that's oiled up, you can get this really beautiful kind of contrast between like a darkish orange colour and like a black running through on the grains.
Yeah, cool.
It looks absolutely stunning. Literally put that knife into the fire and just leave it. With this part of the process called heat treating, I kind of use the analogy, that's getting really hot, I kind of use the analogy of, like, you know when you cook a steak and you apply heat to it and then the steak contracts. So this is really similar. So applying really high heat, when it goes in the oil it contracts, and then as you rest the steak, I then do the same thing with the knife, like the steel. So the process after the heat treatment is called tempering, where it goes into the oven at 250 degrees for about 2 hours, and it just takes out the brittleness. Because if we just did this process and then put an edge on, it would be razor sharp and stay sharp for a really long time, but it would chip really easily.
It was sort of thing, if you drop it onto the slate floor, it'll probably smash.
Yeah, shatter. Whenever you're ready, really quickly,
Yeah.
out the forge in the oil. Straight in, up, back down again. Stick around, up in the air, back down again. Yeah. Nice, up in the air, and then come stop, don't like that fire. Yes. My birthday. So that basically is heat treating.
Yeah.
Last time you came here, we recorded. It was one of the first podcasts.
Yeah,
we
yeah, and
did.
it was a little paring,
That
little
was it,
paring
yeah,
knife.
that was
I've still got that, it's banging.
Have you?
Yeah.
Nice.
It's nice and sharp.
That's good to hear. But I was looking back at all the old like episodes and stuff of like YouTube channel and like Bruce on the Knife Edge podcast, and I found the one we did. Like, was that 2 years? Maybe 2 years ago. More. God, and
More, yeah. No, that was like St. Q time, wasn't it?
Oh, it was, wasn't it?
Yeah, so probably 4.
I can't, if that was St. Q time, is that after Great British Menu?
In between, because I did 2 Great British Menus.
Oh, you did? Did you actually enjoy the process though? Like,
Oh, totally, 100%. 100%. You know, it made me dive into a world that I've only dreamed of diving into. You know, that kind of finer dining, Michelin star kind of food, and how creative you can be with food.
nice.
Yeah, it's just nice to know that you can do it.
Yeah. But you also had like a background because didn't you work at was it 3 Rosette before?
Well, yeah, it was.
So you were doing fine dining.
Yeah, doing fine dining, but not kind of like
That.
pushing for that star, that elusive star. But
Has that ever been like your drive to get a Michelin star, or you're not really too bothered about it?
when I was younger, it was kind of like that's what I wanted to do. I think every young chef, that's their dream. But for me, my biggest accolade now is bums on seats.
That's good, yeah. Happy customers, full restaurant.
Yeah.
So for your blade finish, we can either do the whole blade all like clean satin. We can do what's been really popular. It might be more in style maybe. Like a 2-tone. Similar to your paring knife that had that.
Yeah.
You've got like a shiny blade edge and a black.
Yeah, let's do that.
Do you want to do that?
Yeah, let's do that. It's quite interesting. I shop in Aldi now instead of Tesco's.
Yeah. I tried to get to the point where I thought it'd be a good idea to try and save money to like grow our own veg and herbs and things like that. So I got a couple of Albert Bartlett potatoes, planted them in the ground, and I thought, like in a few months or so I'll harvest them and we'll be sorted. And I'm really impatient, so I waited until the right time to harvest them, and it was killing me because I just wanted to pull them up.
Yeah.
Super excited, went out there with my little garden trowel, my boots on, pulled them up, expecting some nice big juicy potatoes. They were literally like that, just covered in these little white lumps. Let's go. You obviously ran Nuki.
Yeah,
Food
yeah, yeah.
Festival. How
My
did that
first,
go?
that was amazing. Yeah, to host a food festival, a lot of talking. But yeah, no, it was great actually. It was to start comparing. It's something that I really liked getting into. Then obviously there's Rock Oyster. Rock Oyster this year, we're bringing back the fire stage. I know I'm going to be heavily involved in that, hopefully. So yeah, no, it's really great. Like Nuki was banging, and doing it again this year.
Are you back on?
Yeah, back on.
Amazing.
I mean, what kind of like Barney has done with kind of Nuki, Falmouth, and Penzance is it's very niche, it's very small, it's contained. You know, it's has enough of everything. You know, most of it's over by 9-10 o'clock, which I think for Nuki as well, that's perfect because then that means everyone goes to the food festival, spews out into the town,
That's true,
and then
yeah.
doesn't take anything away from the town, which is, I think that's so key. That's it again with Falmouth and Penzance, because it stops so early, everyone then goes into the town. So
So it's good for the whole community.
exactly,
the
you're
whole
not
business,
taking anything from the community. I mean, maybe in the daytime you will, but I think kind of for the evening, it just means everyone just goes back in and everyone gets a bit of the pie.
Right, so if you spread your thumb and finger out like that,
Yep.
stand side on around here, and really gently go back and forth.
And what does that do?
So this is going to create like a real nice satin finish. Already that's starting to kind of come up.
Yeah.
So once you've done that on both sides, then we'll clamp the handle on. Which at that point, if you don't use colourful language, you probably will do, because it can get quite messy and frustrating. So yeah, nice and light pressure. That's it. And just make sure you're hitting the like shiny bit rather than the black bit. So just check it every now and then, make sure you're. That's it. Yeah, it doesn't look like you're hitting it. You might have hit it slightly here.
Oh, yeah.
So if you push your fingers just on the silver bit, it should automatically just lay to us. Whilst we're waiting for the knife handle to dry with all the glue, I thought this would be a perfect spot to talk about your surfing
Yeah.
escapades.
Yeah.
So last time, I think it was down at the Port Eleven Food Festival, I remember you on stage having an interview and you were saying you were getting into big wave surfing.
Yeah.
And over the last few months, I've seen you progressing. Why have you decided to get into big
My mum
wave
thinks
surfing?
it's a midlife crisis.
Right.
I've just kind of like, last year was a massive kind of, I don't know, like rebrand of myself. Like I just like, I wasn't happy with who I was and kind of like, I don't know, I've just come very humble and kind of surfing and like big wave surfing, it's very humbling.
Right.
You know.
It's almost like a form of therapy as well.
Yeah, totally.
Looking.
Yeah, so
Yeah, man. That's looking really good.
It's
That little end bit.
that little end bit.
So close. Carry on as you were, just go back and forth like that. Should, yeah, it's nearly there now. Yeah, this is the part where you can really start.
You get with
shaping
your
plastic.
little.
Yeah. Completely up to you. You can either loop it over like that and start rounding it, which I think you might want to do,
Yep.
or you can get like a pad of sandpaper and then just knock off the edges so it's a bit softer.
Oh no. Around it.
All your choice. Nice. Do that. Are you happy with the shape?
Yeah,
you
no,
feel?
I'm happy with the shape. Yeah, it's nice.
What we'll do now, we'll get an oily little rag and put some of the oil on, and then we'll see all the grains and
Yep.
contrast just absolutely pop. With this oily little rag, if you want to just wipe that all over the handle. Oh yeah. It's crazy the transformation. It is.
A bit of zebra wood.
Lovely. So yeah, as we were just discussed a second ago, one big issue at the moment is just hospitality is getting absolutely battered.
Yeah.
And it's crazy that the government, I don't know if they're not aware of it or they're just choosing to ignore it or...
I think that like classic Labour, ignore it and it will go away.
It's just...
It's nuts. Yeah, about 75k business rates are going up by a year. Minimum wage has gone up. Where's this coming from?
Yeah,
Means we have to put our prices up, and then we won't get people through the door, which is
exactly.
it's actually quite worrying. And for someone, like big companies that have got 4 or 5 restaurants, they're going to end up, that's 70k times 4.
It's huge.
You know.
Like where do they
Where's
expect
that
to find the money
quarter million going to come from?
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, hopefully they'll put like a drop VAT to 15%. That'd be
They've got to do something to help out, because
I mean, they're doing this. They're doing this new thing for pubs, aren't they? Where they're going to like lower business rates for pubs, but it's going to be the same for all the restaurants.
Yeah, it should
for
be
the cafes.
anything in hospitality.
So yeah, hopefully, I know North Cornwall MP Ben Maguire. He's sorting out a petition,
That's good.
which is going through Parliament at the moment. So nice one, Ben. But yeah, so it's just where's his money coming from?
Yeah, it's so sad to see as well, because there's so many incredible restaurants that are just folding, going under. Like every week, I've lost count of how many restaurants are closing each week.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
And
when the new business rates come in, it's just going to wipe them out.
And it's all the small pubs as well. You know, they've got to put their prices up. So then the small pubs that don't really do high-end food, they're charging 30 quid, 32 quid for a sirloin steak now, when that's what the high-end pubs are charging anyway. So you can't even go to somewhere that's not so expensive and have like just a normal meal. So yeah, it's quite worrying. What was it? 2 more years? 2 more years of Labour? It's not political. This is not political at all.
This is not a political podcast.
Yeah.
But you already know how to use a whetstone. I'll just show you my technique. So I tend to get the edge of the blade in line with the edge of the stone, and then to get the angle, rest my thumb on the surface and bring the back of the knife roughly halfway up my thumb, and that just gives you quite a nice consistent angle. And then I apply pressure towards me, and then press it off. Keep repeating that. And I'm trying to form what's called a burr.
Yeah.
That kind of wire edge. Obviously, it's the start of the new year. Have you set, obviously, the big wave surfing, but have you set some goals for 2026? Whether personal or career? Or...
I think it's just to turn Surfside into, like, you know, one of the best restaurants in Polzeath and Cornwall. That's my plan. Just concentrating on my personal fitness. And just get, you know, myself into a happy state, you know?
That's good, mate. Because I think as well, when you're concentrating so much on like career or things like that, you just kind of forget about your actual self.
Yeah, totally. I mean, that's what I've done in the past. I've just kind of concentrated too much on career and job, and now it's you know, 2026 is all about me, which I've never given, you know, myself time.
Yeah.
I've always just kind of thrown myself into work, so it's just nice to have work somewhere where I can actually do a bit of me as well. I'm having a full-on strop here.
You're having a full-on strop.
Full-on strop.
Hopefully, everything's gone well. This should just... Oh! That is an absolute beauty. I'm genuinely quite jealous.
Nice.
I kind of want to share that with you. But no, it's been an absolute pleasure again.
Yeah, cheers. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
And
always have a great day. Always have a good old chat, don't we?
Yeah, I feel like we can carry on chatting to like
yeah.
evening. But yeah, no, cracking job on that.
Might as well pop down Peterville and have a pint.
That's not a bad idea, mate.